Congratulations, chosen one. Pause whatever you're doing, take a deep breath, and listen closely. It is officially over, and you will never have to go through that again. What you are hearing right now is not random, nor is it something to ignore or scroll past. It carries a heavy weight that can fundamentally shift how you view your life from this very moment. Imagine these words being spoken directly into your heart, steady, clear, and unshakable, reminding you that the painful cycle you've been trapped in has finally reached its absolute end. This means the struggle that drained your last drop of energy, the season that broke your physical and emotional strength, and the burden that followed you day after day is now closing for good. What is happening in your life is not a coincidence. It is a divine turning point where your long endurance has met its reward, and your suffering has reached its final limit. You need to stay present with this message until the very end, because what unfolds here will help you understand why that severe trial had to happen and what is about to replace it in your life. If you feel this resonance, type Amen to affirm it. Let heaven see that you are here, fully prepared and ready to receive. Like this video as your first quiet act of agreement. Then subscribe and turn on the notification bell, so the next word reaches you at the exact moment you need it most. Before we go any further, consider this. You came here because something deep inside you is already searching. That search is not random. You are not imagining the shift, and you are not being fed false hope. What you endured was very real, and it shaped you in ways you may not even fully notice yet. The statement that it is over means a lesson has been completed. The intense pressure has served its ultimate purpose, and the chapter that once felt endless is now being sealed forever. You will never have to relive that exact pain again, because genuine spiritual growth never repeats the same test once has been passed. What lies ahead is fundamentally different in nature, lighter in weight, clearer in vision, and filled with opportunities that were simply not possible before this internal transformation. You are being moved out of survival mode and into a season of total restoration. That transition begins with the deep understanding that the absolute hardest part is now behind you. There were long, dark nights when you felt like nothing would ever change. Silence surrounded you, and answers felt distant, silent, and unclear. Yet, you kept going even when your soul was tired of holding on, and even when it felt like no one noticed or appreciated your quiet efforts. That persistence matters more than you realize. It is the sole reason you are standing at this exact moment of release. The weight you carry was never meant to stay forever. It was allowed into your life to build a strength inside you that no circumstance can ever take away. Now that it has completed its work, it is being lifted so you can move forward without that constant, suffocating pressure. Press like as your agreement with what you already know to be true about yourself. You made it through, but understand the difference now. The end of that struggle does not mean you erase it from your memory. It means you are no longer controlled or defined by it. This is the moment where your story shifts from endurance to growth, from pain to purpose. What you are stepping into will feel unfamiliar at first, because peace often feels strange to a soul that has been conditioned by chaos. You might question whether it will last or whether the same pattern will return, but it will not repeat in the same way. You've already walked through that fire. There is no reason to send you back into it. The path ahead is designed for who you have become, not who you were when the struggle first began. Type 111 if you believe there's a quiet rebuilding happening inside you, even if your physical eyes cannot fully see it yet. 111 is a number of alignment and new beginnings. Let that declaration go into the atmosphere right now. Your confidence is returning in small, steady ways. Your hope is becoming grounded again, and your overall perspective on life is shifting. These are clear signs that you are no longer stuck in the same place, even if everything around you has not visibly changed yet. Real transformation always begins within before it ever manifests outwardly. What you are feeling right now is the early stage of a brand new chapter forming, one that is no longer shaped by fear, but guided by clarity. You were never meant to stay in that dark place forever, even though it felt like there was no exit at times. The long delay you experienced was not a denial of your destiny. It was preparation that simply took longer than you expected. Every single moment you thought you were being overlooked or forgotten was actually building a foundation that would support you later in life. Now that you have reached the end of that phase, you are being given space to breathe again and to move without that heavy resistance. This is not luck. It is a direct result of everything you endured and everything you refuse to give up on. As you continue forward, you'll begin to notice small shifts confirming this change is real. Situations that once triggered severe anxiety or anger will no longer have the same effect on you. Obstacles that once completely stopped you will now feel manageable to overcome. This is how you know the cycle has truly ended. Your daily response to life is no longer shaped by that old weight. You are becoming someone who moves with more peace, more clarity, and more quiet confidence than ever before. That is a true reward of making it through something that once felt entirely impossible. Type 555 to affirm this release. Let that declaration resonate in your mind right now. The ending of that long chapter is not loud or dramatic. It is quiet and steady, like a heavy door closing gently behind you. You may not have realized the exact second it ended, but you can feel that it has. The constant tension that once lived in your thoughts is fading, and your emotional reactions are becoming grounded and less overwhelmed. This is how true change shows itself. Not through sudden chaos, but through calm consistency. You are being restored piece by piece, and each step forward confirms that you are no longer in the same place. What once triggered fear or doubt in you is losing its power, and you are responding differently without even trying. This is a sign that you have grown beyond what once controlled you. You are not the same person who entered that struggle, and that is why you cannot return to it in the same way. Growth creates a healthy distance between you and your past, and that distance protects you from ever repeating the same cycle. You are moving forward with a new awareness that will guide your decisions and keep you aligned with what is truly meant for you. There's a profound rebuilding happening in your confidence, one that is not based on outside validation or superficial praise, but on what you have personally survived. You know now what you are capable of. Even if you do not say it out loud, that knowledge becomes a quiet, unshakable strength that supports you in every situation you face. You are no longer easily shaken because you've already faced something that tested you deeply. What comes next will not break you. It will simply reveal how strong you have truly become. Type 222 to receive these blessings. Let that declaration rise right now. It is important to understand that this new phase will still require your daily awareness, but it will not demand the same exhausting level of endurance. You will no longer have to fight through every single step, because the path is becoming clearer. You are being supported in ways you could not see before, and that support will continue as long as you stay aligned with your growth. The ending of that difficult season has created open room for the support to flow freely into your life. You are no longer blocked in the same way, and that makes all the difference. There may still be moments when you look back and feel the faint echo of what you went through, but those moments will not pull you back into the pit. They will simply remind you of how far you have come and how much has genuinely changed. Your story is no longer defined by that struggle. It is shaped by how you moved through it and who you became because of it. That is something no one can take from you, and it will continue to guide you forward. Share this message with someone whose story you know is also not defined by their past. The first name that comes to your mind right now is the person who needs this word. Send it to them directly. Type 1010 if you walk by faith. Let that declaration go into the atmosphere right now. You are beginning to see yourself differently, not through the lens of what you went through, but through the strength you gain from it. The way you think, the way you respond, and the way you carry yourself is actively shifting. You are no longer reacting from unhealed pain. You are responding from clarity. This is a powerful change because it shapes everything that comes next. It allows you to make choices that support your peace instead of disrupting it. What once felt unbearably heavy now feels distant, almost like something that happened to an older version of you. That old version of you did what was necessary to survive. Now, you are stepping into a version of yourself that can finally breathe and thrive. You are not forgetting what happened, but you are no longer living inside it. That separation gives you the absolute freedom to move forward without fear. As you continue, You will notice that your outer environment begins to reflect this internal change. The people you connect with, the conversations you engage in, and the opportunities that appear will start to align with your new energy. You are no longer attracting the same toxic patterns because you are no longer operating from the same wounded place. This is not a coincidence. It is the natural result of your internal growth. Everything around you is adjusting to who you have become. Type 1212 to claim your breakthrough. Let that declaration go into the atmosphere right now. There will be moments where you pause and realize just how far you have come, and those quiet moments will feel deeply powerful. You will recognize that what once felt impossible to escape is now completely behind you. That realization brings a sense of gratitude deeper than words can express. It reminds you that even in your hardest, most isolated moments, something higher was working in your favor. You were being carried through a process that had a profound purpose, even when it felt entirely painful. You are also learning how to protect your peace effectively. You are not doing this by shutting yourself off or building bitter walls, but by consciously choosing what you allow into your personal space. You are becoming sharply aware of what supports your spirit and what drains your energy, and that awareness is guiding your daily choices. You are no longer ignoring red flags or discounting your intuition just to keep a false peace, because you have learned the true cost of doing that in the past. This is not selfish. It is necessary for maintaining the balance you are building. You are actively creating a life that sustains you instead of draining you. You are not starting over from scratch. You are starting from experience. Everything you learned, every lesson you absorbed, is now a functional part of you. It will help you navigate whatever comes next with wisdom. You are moving forward with more awareness, more self-worth, and more clarity than before. That is what makes this new chapter fundamentally different. There is a deeper sense of trust forming within you, a trust that does not depend on everything going perfectly. You understand now that even when things are difficult, there is always a clear path forward. This internal trust allows you to move with quiet confidence. Even when you do not have all the answers mapped out, you are no longer waiting for absolute certainty before taking action. You move forward because you know you can handle whatever comes your way. You are being guided into a life that feels aligned with who you truly are. The distractions, toxicity, and endless struggles that once pulled you away from your true self no longer hold you back. You are finally able to focus on what truly matters to you, and that focus will help you build something lasting and meaningful. You are not just moving away from pain. You are actively moving toward your purpose. Type 333 to affirm. Let that declaration go into the atmosphere right now. Read these words slowly and absorb them. You survived a season of heavy trial, endured an immense weight, and proved that what you went through did not destroy you. It built you. The strength you have been carrying in silence deserves to be recognized for what it is. You are no longer defined by your past. You are shaped by your strength. You are stepping into a version of yourself that moves with intention, honors its own boundaries, and trusts the journey ahead. This deep peace comes from knowing that you have already made it through something that once felt completely insurmountable. It gives you a sense of core stability that stays with you even when external circumstances are uncertain. You are no longer shaken by every minor change, because you have learned how to stay grounded within your own soul. That grounding is what allows you to make decisions out of love and vision rather than fear and panic. As you continue forward, you will notice that your relationships are naturally shifting. Connections that once drained you or relied on your dysfunction will no longer hold the same space in your life. You are becoming more selective, not out of resentment, but out of a clear understanding of what you need to thrive. The people who enter your life now will feel entirely different, because they will align with the healthier person you have become. You are no longer drawn to what brings confusion, drama, or mixed signals. You are drawn to what brings clarity, mutual respect, and genuine support. There is an unshakable clarity growing within you that helps you see situations for what they truly are. You are no longer overthinking every detail, second-guessing your worth, or seeking external validation to feel okay. This clarity allows you to make decisions with calm confidence. Even when the final outcome is not fully visible, You trust yourself now. That self-trust will guide you through everything that comes next. Type 777. If you trust the process of divine completion, let that number fill your mind right now. You are learning how to move at your own natural pace without constantly comparing yourself to others or feeling like you are falling behind in life. This is essential because your path is not meant to look like anyone else's. The timing of your life is unique, and everything is unfolding exactly as it should for your personal growth. You are not late, you're not off track, and you're not missing out. You are right where you need to be, moving forward in a way that is healthy for you. There will be moments where you reflect on everything you have been through, and those memories will feel different now. Instead of sharp pain or regret, you will feel a sense of quiet strength and deep understanding. You will see how every single challenge shaped you and prepared you for this new phase. Nothing was wasted, and nothing was meaningless. Every experience added something vital to your character that you now carry forward with confidence. You are becoming deeply aware of your own needs, and you are no longer ignoring them for the sake of others' comfort. You are learning how to take care of yourself in ways that support your long-term well-being. This includes setting clear boundaries, choosing rest when your body needs it, and refusing to overextend yourself for things that do not serve your higher good. This is necessary for maintaining the peace you have worked so hard to build. As you move forward, you will start to feel a profound sense of freedom that you have not felt in a long time. It is quiet, steady, and real. It shows up in small, ordinary moments, in the way you breathe easily, in the way you move without dread, and in the way you sleep at night. You are no longer held back by what once controlled you. Type Amen one final time to seal this word over your life. There was a time when every step forward felt like an uphill battle, when simple things took far more energy than they should have, and when you doubted your overall direction. But even in those moments, something inside you refused to stop. That quiet determination carried you further than you realized. Now, you are standing in a place where that long effort is beginning to return to you in a different form. You're no longer pushing with desperate strain, yet you are moving further. That is the ultimate sign that the season has truly shifted. You are not going back to what you left behind. You are moving into something that reflects your strength, your growth, and your resilience. This is your final confirmation that it is truly over, and that what lies ahead was worth every single step of the journey that brought you here.